Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more of a dreamer than a doer. You'll notice that while he talks about interesting projects and has smart ideas, he doesn't have the drive to push himself ahead when things get tough. He might settle for a comfortable spot rather than aiming for the top.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When trouble at work comes, he tends to quietly step away instead of putting up a fight. He won't shout or make a scene. Instead, he'll pull back and keep his feelings to himself. He doesn't bounce back quickly and can sometimes get stuck in his worries.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work find him easy to get along with because he's very polite and rarely argues or starts fights. He treats others kindly and keeps his opinions to himself unless asked, so you won't hear stories of him shouting, gossiping, or picking sides. He isn't the loud one in the room or the bossy type.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He will be happy for you and won't feel threatened or insecure about your success. You might notice that he's quietly proud, saying nice things and showing support in gentle ways. But you can count on him to respect your hard work and never try to bring you down.
What if you start earning more than him?
He won't secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He's not someone who measures his worth by how much money he brings in, so your success won't hurt his feelings. You won't have to tiptoe around the topic or worry about fights over money.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's generally careful with money and avoids risky or impulsive spending. He likes to keep things simple, so he won't make sudden big purchases or waste money just to impress others. Instead, he will likely check prices, think things through, and try to save whenever he can.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He's thoughtful about spending and won't show off with fancy things or act like he has more money than he really does. If you want stability without drama or fake appearances, he's a good choice.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't very open handed or emotionally generous. While he's polite and never rude, he tends to keep his feelings and resources close. He's good hearted in a quiet way, but doesn't show kindness with grand gestures.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and straightforward about money. You won't catch him hiding things, keeping secrets, or trying to control every detail. His polite and gentle nature means he doesn't want drama or power struggles about finances.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared, but he might not speak up about it or take the lead. He isn't bossy or stuck in old ways, so he won't insist that it's only your job. Just remember, he won't push back or argue, but may need reminders.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's not the type to just sit and watch while you do all the work. If you ask him, he will help with chores and diapers, and he won't just stand around supervising. He may be quiet or unsure where to start, but he's fair minded and wants to share the load. Once he knows, he'll pitch in with everyday tasks.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He doesn't argue just to prove himself right. Instead, he listens quietly and tries to understand your side, even if he doesn't always say much. With gentle conversations, he'll do his best to see things from your point of view.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and doesn't say hurtful things or act aggressive. Instead of shouting or lashing out, he's more likely to go quiet and keep his feelings inside. He values calm and kindness. So any anger is handled softly and without drama.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, this is not the kind of man who gets angry quickly. He tends to stay calm and rarely loses his temper, even when things don't go his way. This calm nature is a strength, not a red flag.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility when something goes wrong. You won't find him blaming you or making excuses just to protect himself. He doesn't like conflict, so he'll try to keep the peace by owning up to what he did.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and he truly understands that no means no. He isn't pushy or stubborn and values peace in relationships. He listens carefully and tries to avoid making you feel uneasy.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, this is not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He understands that people have ups and downs and he won't get upset or start blaming you if you say no. You won't have to worry about him pushing for answers or picking fights about your decision.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values respect and would never use something personal to hurt or embarrass you later. Even when upset or challenged, he does not believe in sharing secrets or making you feel ashamed.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He tends to keep to himself and values stability. So he isn't the type to flirt, chase attention, or jump into risky situations. You won't find him making you jealous or comparing you to others.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not over possessive. He doesn't act jealous, controlling, or suspicious in relationships. If you want freedom and respect, he won't hold you back or make you feel trapped.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him, being protective isn't a cover for being controlling. He's not someone who tries to manage your choices or keep you under strict rules in the name of care. You don't need to worry about hidden motives or secret power games.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He quietly believes parenting should be a team effort, but might not always take charge or act on his own. He won't say it's only your job, and he's not stubborn about old fashioned roles. His sense of fairness is strong. So, with gentle direction, he will support you and share the responsibilities.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or feel upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't shout or scold harshly, preferring quiet understanding and patience. Even in tough moments, you can count on him to avoid drama and keep the peace.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He isn't possessive or controlling, so he respects that you have your own dreams, work, and needs outside the family. If you need help or encouragement, he will be there in his gentle way.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, this is not the kind of man who will support your career now and then pressure you to quit after you have a child. He respects your choices and understands that your work is important to you, not just something you do before starting a family. He's steady and fair, wanting you to feel happy and fulfilled both at home and at work.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to treat your parents with polite respect rather than real warmth. His behavior will be calm, kind, and never rude, but he may seem reserved and not overly expressive or chatty. You'll see him being careful with words, helping out if asked, and showing good manners during family visits. He will quietly try to adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and avoid making things worse. He doesn't believe in arguing or causing drama, so you won't see him shouting or being rude. Instead, he's likely to step back, stay quiet, and let you take the lead in sorting things out.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, this is not the kind of man who will act modern with you privately, but expect you to be a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values calm and fairness and doesn't believe in playing double standards. He may be quiet and reserved and not always stand up loudly for you, but he won't pressure you to act differently for show.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will quietly support you, but mostly stay out of any direct issues. He doesn't like conflict and rarely takes sides openly, even if he cares about you. He won't side against you or leave you alone to struggle, but his help will usually come in private, not in front of others.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't really a mummy's boy, but he does try to keep everyone happy and avoid fights. If there's a conflict with his mother, he won't quickly jump to her side, but he may not firmly stand up for you either. You might feel that he doesn't do enough to support you in these moments.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he won't share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and prefers to keep personal matters between the two of you. This means your relationship feels safe and respected.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with him means living with calm, quiet steadiness every day. He's gentle and polite, not demanding or loud. So you'll have a peaceful home without much drama or conflict.